Hey, what's going on, tribe? It's Red again, just hitting you guys up with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So guys, this video is called Feeling is Healing, because on my journey, I got to a certain point. This was before I woke up and become more conscious, should I say, where I was doing things and I started realizing that certain things that I was doing just weren't working for me no more. Um, so you start questioning stuff and you start going within and start asking like why um, do certain things keep happening and stuff like that. 1 second. Let me just send you guys some blessings to begin. Peace, love, light, oneness, unity, abundance, and health. Alright, so let's just begin anyway. So when you're on the kind of, this is before I become I woke up, should I say, I become more conscious. But I was always kind of into like the kind of in touch with the other side, should I say, the spiritual side of things. I don't know why. Like I was religious to begin with, and then kind of certain things just didn't resonate with me no more. So that's when kind of spirituality kind of crossed over anyway. But yeah, I got to a certain point and I was thinking, yeah, just certain things just wasn't working for me no more, and I started questioning why certain things weren't working for me no more. And the main one that come to light was not trying to feel, should I say, not trying to feel what you're feeling. But yeah, we'll get into it anyway. But all right, let me just get to the jump anyway. So the whole um, the whole reason for incarnating here is for the human experience, and one of the main things of the human experience is feelings, and feeling is a whole part of the human experience, should I say, like with the good feelings and the bad feelings. They've all got lessons to it, should I say. Um, so yeah, one of the whole reasons for incarnating and going through what you're going through is a part of the whole human experience. It's a part of the process, should I say. Um, and this comes from my personal experience. If you can relate, that's great. So one thing, this is coming from my personal experience, avoiding feelings because they're painful. So as a teenager, I used to smoke a lot of weed. Um, and me smoking weed at the beginning, it was all cool, shit, everyone was smoking weed. But me, I was more smoking weed to not process stuff. So when I was in school, I'd be fucking smoking weed in school and shit, getting my hair done in school and that. And mine was because I had stuff that I didn't want to process. So everyone's smoking weed and it's it was more like people were just smoking weed, experimenting and stuff. But me, I was like abusing weed to not feel, should I say? Um, because just not wanting to feel certain things that I went not certain things that I went through as a child. Um, I just didn't want to feel that time. I just didn't want to process it. Just running around smoking weed, getting blunted, and just carrying on. But when you don't process shit, it just builds up anyway. So over the time, I started smoking weed, and then obviously I got to a certain point where the weed can't kind of weren't cutting it no more. Like my feelings and stuff would just keep coming to the surface. So then after the weed, I started drinking more, using alcohol. Abusing alcohol, should I say, to not feel once again. Because there was certain things that happened, like people passing away, and stuff that I didn't want to deal with at that time. So smoking weed and then drinking a lot of alcohol to not feel these feelings that I was feeling. I was kind of abusing the weed and alcohol, and weed and alcohol to not feel, but other people might use other substances to avoid feeling. Because yeah, feelings yeah, they can be fucking painful, man. Yeah, some feelings can fucking suck. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah, so there was a whole point of there was a whole stage of me going avoiding feelings, using drugs and alcohol to not feel and heal, um, and using the drugs and alcohol was a way to kind of block out or suppress past trauma, should I say? Because I think not everyone, but the majority of people, if you're on a healing path, not just healing path, but yeah, a lot of us has been through a lot of bullshit in our childhood, but that creates us to who we're gonna be anyway. And the whole point, not the whole point, but one of the main points of kind of starting your healing path is to kind of heal our past traumas and get back to the person we was before the trauma. So like healing the inner child work, and I think a lot of trauma happens between the age of, I don't know, 5 to 8, I would say. So once that happens, our ego starts creating our ego creates itself, and it has certain ways of protecting yourself from the external world, because you think everyone's going to be the same and things going to turn out the same as they did in before your trauma before your trauma before your trauma no when your trauma happened, should I say. So yeah, we create our ego creates like this it's like a coping mechanism to um to deal with reality, should I say. So then when you get, if you're still not healing, you start finding ways to kind of numb out that pain. And it's funny because certain lessons keep repeating. If you're not healed, should I say, certain lessons keep repeating for you to recognize and heal yourself from whatever is whatever caused your past trauma, should I say. Yeah, it's coming out a bit scrambled, guys, but I had to write it down anyway. Yeah, so some lessons will keep repeating themselves till you heal and move on from that, should I say. And that can also, that tends to then lead into your relationships. So if you're not healed from certain traumas in relationships, should I say, I don't know, not traumas, but say you've got past issues that happened in childhood and you haven't healed, you're gonna bring that into your relationship. So say for instance you've got abandonment issues, yeah, you're going to be bringing that or attracting people that reflect that to you, should I say, for to be brung up and healed. But so they're not fucking, they're yeah, they're painful, some of them lessons anyway, and feeling some of them emotions and stuff that go along with it. Yeah, some of them ain't pleasant, man. Okay. This is all a bit all over the place anyway, guys. But yeah, holding on to negative emotions. Some of us get, well, for me, should I say, speak from the I statement. Yeah, some you get so used to the negative emotions and the negative feelings that you think that you get so used to it that when you feel positive emotions, you tend to run from them or not welcome them because you're so used to the pain and the hurt and all the negative emotions. So yeah, we kind of get comfortable in the negative emotions, but doing that shows that you're still not healed from certain situations and stuff. So yeah, it just shows things that need to be healed and that are come to lack, because emotions and feelings, they always got something to teach us when they arise. So if you keep what's it called, suppressing your emotions, they're going to keep coming back stronger and stronger and stronger to heal and move on from that. But some of them feelings and emotions, they're quite traumatic to us. So yeah, some of us would rather not feel them, but it will come to a certain point where certain things that you're doing just won't work anymore. That's what happened to me anyway. Um, you're getting used to feeling the negative emotions, and then from past traumas and not being unhealed, should I say? Um, you'd think you kind of get this. It's like the mind likes to repeat um, the past because it's like an old programming, should I say? And we tend to think all situations are going to be the same as the past ones, and that's just another way of showing that past needs healing, should I say? And okay, it's all come out. Well, I had to write this down. It's all a bit scrambled anyway. But yeah, it's okay. Whatever you're feeling, it's okay and it's normal to feel what you're feeling because, like I'm saying, we're all human and we all process stuff differently. So if a certain situation happened to you and your friend is going to process it different to you from your past lessons and healing and your situation, man. So yeah, whatever you're feeling, it's okay and it's normal. Um, and this is just one saying that I just love anyway. Um, and this is another emotion that shows if you're healed or not. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Um, yeah, so anger is just another emotion um, that tend for me I tend to turn anger internal not external, but some people can get violent and turn it um, externally because they've got issues and stuff that needs healing and yeah just their past experience anyway. um, but yeah, burying your feelings after a long period of time um, makes you cold and hardened if you're not healing, because you think, oh yeah, that's happened to me again and this and that. But once you start on the journey, you stop being a victim and you start questioning what your role to play in it what is, whatever situation it is, um, because yeah, because everyone's got a role to play in it. Like even the lessons, they happen to us for like yeah, the lessons all happen to us no matter how bad they are for our soul's growth. That's how I see it anyway. Um, you can either be victim of it or you can use it to your advantage. To I say, yeah, you can use it to your advantage. Like you can acknowledge it and work around it, but not make it hard on you. Should I say? Yeah, it's hard. And another one is um, forgiveness for healing. Anyway, forgiveness is not about forgiving the other person whatever they done. The forgiveness is for you, so you become at peace and you forgive them. So you, no, you don't. Yeah, you forgive them so you can heal and move on. So whatever someone else has done to you or whatever, um, yeah, you're forgiving them so you can move on. You don't want to be going around um, all vexed and all mad at the world and shit because something happened to you, or like I don't know, your fucking mum didn't see acknowledge your homework or some shit as a kid. So yeah, you just want to heal. No, you want to forgive for yourself, not the other person, should I say? Because yeah, that worked for me anyway. Yeah, with my parent issues anyway. Well, one of them anyway. Um, but yeah, that's another story anyway. But yeah, healing is growth. Yeah, healing is growth. You get to a certain point where certain things just don't seem to work anymore, and your external world is going to be a reflection of your internal world. So if you've got a lot of um, unhealed emotions and feelings, they're going to be projected externally. So like if you've got, I don't know, if your past partner cheated on you or something, if you're constantly thinking that and feeling that and haven't healed from the previous, you're going to project that onto into your next relationship, basically. And another, I like this one. Being an empath is so funny sometimes. Yeah. Um, yeah. Like, in today's society, we're getting better. You know, there's that saying that men shouldn't cry. Um, you got a lot of grown ass men, no, grown ass boys, should I say? So you see, like you see the biggest guy in the gym making the most noise. He's got the most, like one of the most fucking. It's like a call for attention, should I say? Because yeah, being an empath is funny sometimes. But yeah, you got a lot of grown ass boys out there, should I say? Um, that don't know their emotions and had to block out their emotions and stuff them down because feeling your emotions wasn't classed as being a man back in the day. Anyway, and yeah, it's just about exploring your feelings, getting more in touch with your feelings, man. Because yeah, like I was saying, there's a lot of healing in feeling, man. Um, and writing about your feelings and getting in touch with them is great. Like writing about your feelings is a good way of expressing to kind of you can kind of read back of what you're going through and kind of process it differently instead of internalizing it and stuffing it down. Um, yeah, and don't play the blame game. This is something that I've written down. I used to do this when I was a teenager. Oh yeah, it's their fault. I'm like this and blah blah blah. But then you start thinking, well, no, I had a part to play in it as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't play the blame game, and yeah, our past make us who we are. So if you want to walk around unhealed, blaming the world and other people, but not looking at yourself, you're still walking around unhealed. But yeah, the past makes us who we are, and yeah, you can either learn from it or run from it. And run from it, it always comes back up. Don't care what anyone says. So you can be drinking, drugs, sex, all of that, to numb the feelings, but they're still going to come up. It might be 20 years down the line. But don't get me wrong, it is feeling some of them emotions. Yeah, they are painful. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, they are painful, but you know. And the last thing is, yeah, you got to want change. You got to want change, man. It gets to a certain point where, yeah, you just want different. And the old just doesn't work. Like, I don't know, smoking or drinking alcohol and trying to suppress the emotions, they keep coming up more more intensely, should I say, man. Yeah. But yeah, that was just a little video on emotions, guys, and yeah, how we can try use them to our advantage, and yeah, basically not let them hold us back when they come to the surface. They're being come to the surface to be acknowledged, healed, and released, and so then you can move on, man. But yeah, that was just a little video on about feeling is healing. Anyway, if you like the video, you guys know what to do, and I'm gonna hit you guys up with another video real soon. Anyway, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna get Insight to do another one anyway. Peace, love, and light, guys, and I'll hit you up real soon.